Alright, guys. Welcome to the NBA Fantasy Salary Cup edition. It's game day 6 of game week 6, which is the final game day of game week 6 as we transition into game week 7. So the deadline is on tonight. I will be giving you the tips and the team players to pick. Of course, there's some that are on form. And of course, as you saw in the last game week, we saw New Orleans Pelicans, Zion Williams getting injured, and of course, people rushing out to get the new kid. But we shall look at all that later on. So game day 6 is concluded perfectly and very, very well. I'm above average. The average was 148, and I got 227, which was very, very good. And of course, a handsome contribution from DENI AVDIJA for myself and the Portland Trail Blazers, giving me 73. Larry Marketing continues to underwhelm ever since I got him, so I am most definitely going to ship him out. More on that shortly. Then, of course, AJ Mitchell giving me 35 in this one. Tyrese Maxey continues to deliver, giving me 72. VJ Edgecombe, I put him in the squad, hoping that he plays, and he actually played, came back from injury to drop just 19 points, which was a good decision because I had Mignon on minor, they call him minor, the Americans, on the bench, just gave me 10 points, but of course that doesn't count for anything. So that's how the squad went. Let's jump into the games. So the first game was, of course, Houston Rockets taking on Utah Jazz, and it was a blowout. Larry Marketing right there dropping 18. And, of course, Keontae George is actually out. That explains why it was a quick loss for them. It was Ace Bailey, the rookie, dropping 19 points, getting 23 in this one for the Utah Jazz. Larry Marketing got 18 points in this one, 28 points, fantasy points for himself. On the other side, Alperen Şengün, the Turkish young boy right there, scoring 44 fantasy points, 27 in the game for Houston Rockets. Kevin Durant also returned from injury, and of course dropped 25 points, 52 fantasy points right there. I have the highlights of that one. Let's jump right into it.
But we've missed the last 3. It's good to be back with all of you as the Rockets try to keep things going. The Rockets are one of the league's best road teams at 7.
And he's going to want to show KD that, you know, he's good enough, and it's not the guy you want to leave open.
Yeah, welcome back to Kevin Durant. His first shot of the game ties it up at 3. It's a gravity, make a lot of open shots. Offensive rebound for the Jazz. They're not quite on the Rockets level when it comes to offensive rebounding, but they're really good.
He doesn't have the size, but you want to keep guys away from the basket.
Same spot, different player this time, Jabari Smith Jr. He was so good they were doubling him in the second half, and the Rockets still able to win the game as Nurkic swings into.
Yeah, Nurkic extremely efficient, just knows how to play the game. Got a lot of skill with that big frame.
And there's the midi from Kevin Durant, so he's taken 2 shots. He's made them both.
All that, he had a layup there, just a tough pass.
Another turnover by the Jazz. They're susceptible to those. A pull-up foul line, Jimmy, good for Kevin Durant. But here's Kevin Durant, kicks it out to a Kogi, contested corner 3 goes down.
That's where Kevin Durant's blown me away.
The Rockets haven't scored in almost 3 minutes. Pull-up 3 for Reed Shepherd, and that drought ends.
Dribble, Craig and Ryan.
He's a basketball player, Ryan, but a football player's mindset. Şengün down the baseline for 2.
They're not going to dunk.
Yes, it's ball to Collier. He misses. Florida Final four, most outstanding player, consensus first team All-American.
We're now in the second quarter right here.
Traffic and score for Jabari. Backs to him. Reward the guy who helped create the turnover. The outlet to Shepard, now to Durant, working on George. Oh! Little razzle-dazzle, big fella. Terrific scoring balance. Clayton thought about it. Oh, then drew in a couple of defenders, leaving the middle of that lane wide open to Filipowski. George knocked away by Shepard, gets it back and dunks it down.
Told you, man, I'm not the only one building.
Another turnover. Oh, poor Will Hardy. Kevin Durant knocks it down from the elbow. Rebound Durant. He will look to push as Shepard to his left. Finds him. Shepard will release. Shepard misses. Offensive rebound Adams. Now to Amen Thompson. Back to KD. Open look straight away three.
Oh, goodness.
Start a season as far as it went with so few games, no back-to-backs, and so many multi-day layoffs. Kevin Durant, nice down screen there, freeing him up by Amen Thompson and KD.
Kevin Durant was on the heater because he dropped 27 points.
So easy and effortless the way he plays.
17 for Durant, 3 Rockets now in double figures. That goes for Bailey. Defensively playing bigger than he is. Reed Shepard does that as well, as does Aaron Holiday. Şengün on the block. 8 or 9 hours. So instead of basically in the middle of the night, you know, it's in a much more easily. 13 steals in all for the Rockets. Into Thompson. Bounce past Shepard. Now to Jabari. The swing to Durant. Back to Thompson. Shot clock winding down. The face-up jumper goes down for Amen Thompson, his second make.
Oh, that.
Incredible. Steven Adams. Amazing block. And then the whirl and slam at the other end.
How about that for PTP? Points in the paint.
Yeah. Double-double for Adams. 10 points, 11 rebounds. He's only taken 2 shots. Aaron Holiday makes the 3 from the corner.
His Steve off the floor by this fourth quarter.
Adams, the flip. That's 14 straight points for the Rockets, and they.
Lori marketing, man, they're calling. What do we run into?
Filipowski, the no-look dish to marketing.
Now, of course, it was a blowout early on into the game, and of course, yeah, they never came back. So we're going to jump into the fourth.
Kessler lost for the season. Shot goes down. Down to Jeff Green. It's a fun matchup, him and Anderson. It's the turnaround.
Jeff Green, man, you talk about a professional man. Podcast, and one of the things he did shout out was, he said, when we won the championship, you didn't see the things that guys like Jeff Green did behind the scenes and his veteran leadership. You know, see guy, that shows his improvement.
Stolen by Okogie, takes it himself.
Hey.
Success to start the season when he was put into the starting lineup, but the way that he performed. Now, obviously, he's in a row. They're 8th in their last 9, improved to 8-2 on the road. Their 5th straight road win, and they do it in pretty easy
Right,
fashion.
that was a blowout to start the game day, and of course Utah lost that one to Houston Rockets in that first game, as you saw right there, 129 to 101, and Houston Rockets bagged that win for themselves. Then, of course, we jumped into the Boston Celtics taking on Cleveland Cavaliers. This is the clash of the Titans of the East. It's just that Boston Celtics is struggling in this this season. Of course, as you look at the standings at the moment, Boston Celtics is in 8th place, which is actually both of them are struggling. But they were once the greats of the East. Unfortunate that they are now struggling. Cavaliers is 12-9, and Boston Celtics is 11-9. So 7th and 8th were underway right there, as you can see. And of course, the one below, which is Boston Celtics, managed to win this game 117 to 115. It was a very, very close one. And you can see this long-range assassin, sharp shooter, Peyton Pritchard, did his thing, getting 51 fantasy points, dropping 42 points in this one. Wow, what a game. This has to be the highest he has scored this season, and indeed it is. It's the highest he has scored this season, 42. Then, of course, Jaylen Brown was also in the mix, scoring 56 fantasy points. Remember, he was game day 5's player of the night, dropping 41 points and, of course, 5 steals and 6 rebounds in that game. Then on the night in game day 6, dropped a triple-double, 19 points, 12 rebounds and 11 assists, 56 fantasy points right there for Jaylen Brown. Then Garland, of course, also came back. Darius Garland is back, their long-needed point guard. Managed to drop 21 points in this one. And, of course, Donovan Mitchell right there, dropping 50 fantasy points, dropping 18 in this game. So we have the highlights of this one. Let's jump right into them.
Get people in the right position. If you're a smaller guy, you got to stop the basketball. Get people in the right position. If you're a smaller guy, you got to stop the basketball. Understanding that and communicating that is important.
Pritchard wastes little time firing down to the wire. They dropped a 119-115 decision yesterday to Minnesota as Tyson will open up guarding Brown. Brown fades away and hits a 15-footer, and the Celtics have much more modest from long range. Mobley dumps off, finds Hunter. Hunter fades away, and Hunter gets the Cavs on the board.
Nice job. Tough pass, but didn't have a good shot. Nice job by DeAndre to keep moving. Good big pass right there.
Pritchard got it again.
Think about Pritchard, you got to understand.
Clears himself, his short jumper doesn't go. It was tipped by Walsh. Eventually, however, squeezed by Evan Mobley. Long lead pass finds Hunter. Hunter for 3.
Nice job by Donovan Mitchell.
Brown now is badgered by Mitchell. Brown bounces inside to Walsh. Walsh got slapped. He puts it up and in, and Jordan Pillman grabs another big rebound. His pass to Hauser was tipped away eventually by Jalen Tyson. Mitchell fires. Got it.
Nice job, Cavs, being able to be aggressive in that.
Nice. This is something that Darius is managing, and it's certainly not easy.
Well, it's something that's bothered him since the playoffs last season, as Pritchard, meanwhile, knocks down the short.
Good job. Go get him, young man.
Simons pirouettes. Tough shot.
Tough shot, yeah. Tough shot. But again, Celtics live, and then Pritchard just blasts you with those threes.
Mobley over Williams.
What kind of shot is that? What kind of shot is that, John?
Your shot. You talked about hustle plays at the top of the telecast, and that is what Craig Porter brings every time he's on the floor, and Simons nails a long 3.
Yeah, Craig is that guy that gives you the chance at those 50.
Pritchard, the long rebounds grabbed by Porter. Back to Garland. Hey, he's got it. And eventually it's grabbed by Mitchell. Out leaks Mobley.
That was really bad.
Simons uses a Tyson screen, goes over the top to Tyson, and that's blocked by Walsh. Brown carts it down the lane. He lays it up and in. Walsh. Brown pulls up. Long rebounds grabbed by Walsh. Another offensive rebound by the Celtics. Here at an angle. The shot, however, doesn't go. Brown has time. Brown feeds a trailer. Simons. Tillman, oh my, is that going to count? I'm not sure Tillman got.
Obviously, we know Pritchard's shooting ability, so when you're in the gap, you got to know when that ball is going out to him that we don't want to give him a catch and shoot 3.
Appreciate you.
Got it.
Guys.
Layup, excellent.
Pritchard twists inside. His nice night continues as Peyton Pritchard now. Mobley sizes up a 3, and Evan Mobley has his second triple here early in this third quarter. These teams start the second half the way they started the ball game. Here's Jalen Tyson. Tyson does not hesitate as Tyson buries his third 3.
Oh, nice job.
No, got back and blocked the shot. However, it's collected by Walsh. Pritchard has to hurry as he got it off in time, and his floater is good as Pritchard now has a game
third
high
quarter,
22.
and it's a very close game, as you can see. Very inch. There's no team pulling away, of course. That's Jaylen Brown from range, basket.
Man of the ball game with 22. works on Porter as Pritchard gets there and waited. Garland can't get it to go after he got inside. Pritchard sends it ahead to Hauser. Hauser's three is good, and the Celtic lead has ballooned to 18.
Yeah, you got to find Hauser and transition.
3 NBA seasons with the Timberwolves. He's made 9 starts this season as Pritchard continues to fire away. That's his 5th triple as Pritchard now has 27. Mitchell tears to the basket. He lays it up and in.
Got to do a better job of that.
Step back long, 2 over Walsh. There's a rebound by Mobley as Mobley cruises inside and thumps it home. Thanks, Jimmy. Congratulations. Here's Baylor Shireman. Meanwhile, he'll send it back to Simons. Shireman got it. Himself inside with Evan Mobley. He started this possession out on Mitchell as Mitchell turns Simons inside out. Off it goes to Tyson. Mobley grabs the offensive rebound, lost it, gets it back and hammers it home.
The fact that
The Cavs have trailed by as many as 21. Mitchell works on Walsh, stops at the elbow. Mobley for 3. Evan Mobley with a triple. That's his 3rd. Mitchell now resets. 8 on the shot clock. Proctor got mine out in the air with a good pump fake. That did went flying into the seats. Simons responds. That's his 6th as Pritchard has hit the 30-point plateau. Brown from the Cavalier logo. Waits for a Hauser screen. And a half step on Hunter. Dumps underneath the Pritchard, and Pritchard puts it up and in, and the Celtics
put pressure on him.
Tillman with the rejection on the Tyson effort. He went to the Cavalier locker room. Naquan Tomlin in the ball game. His 3 doesn't go. Tyson got a hand on it, then he saves it. Big play there by Jalen Tyson. A no-look pass finds Tomlin inside, and Tomlin lays it up and in. The Cavs trail by 9. 3.5 to go. Garland tears down the lane, puts it up and puts it in. On Pritchard. Brown works on Garland, lost the ball, goes and gets it back, draws a crowd, finds Walsh underneath. Garland in the corner, sidesteps Tillman, and buries a 3. Useful in other ways.
Has had a triple-double just by playing hard.
Garland, no. Mobley, yes. Picked up by Tillman. Now it's Mitchell. Hey! This crowd's in full throat. Pritchard. Been that kind of a night for Mitchell. Long 3. Got it! Garland fires. Got it! 1 second left. The Walsh inbound. He missed it. Time to trigger. And it goes to Mobley. Mobley at the buzzer. And the Celtics hang on.
Now, of course, Cleveland Cavaliers tried to rally the troops right there towards the end, but unfortunately, they ran out of time. But they did try to pull it in the end, but it's really, really hard. All chips have to align for you to be able to win such a game. So Boston Celtics maintained the lead, and in the end, it served them well, and Cleveland was not able to catch up. But that one ended that way. Then, of course, Toronto Raptors came through playing New York Knicks. Kyle Anthony Towns dropping 21 points in this one, 34 points, 34. Actually, this is low for his standards. And actually, this has happened in 3 straight games, as you can see right there. 22 points he dropped in this game, Kyle Anthony Towns. Then Josh Hart right there dropping 55 points. And guess where they're coming from? Look at these numbers. 3, 3, 3, 2. These are some of the numbers you need to look at. Dyson Daniels actually accumulated most of his points last season because of steals. So same with Josh Hart is actually also a good steals magnet, but he dropped on some 20 points in this game, and a double-double, 12 rebounds, 55 points right there, as you can see, against Toronto Raptors. Then Emmanuel quickly dropping 19 points in this one, which gives him 37 fantasy points in this game. Then Scotty Barnes go 40 fantasy points after dropping 18 in the game. Wow. That was good. Then Brandon Ingram proving to be very, very good asset for the Toronto Raptors. Dropped 14 points, 23 fantasy points. Mamu, the kids love Mamu Keleshvili. Sandro, there's a time he was on fire, but he has calmed down after a while. And of course, 27 fantasy points is actually good for his standards. Dropping 9 in the game. So Jalen Brunson had a quiet night as well, 38. Dropping just 18 points in the game. So we have the highlights of this one. Let's see what.
There's Quickly. Little hesitation, gets in the paint, finds in the corner, and the three-pointer won't go from Battle. The follow is good for the Raptors. See, Scotty Barnes is on Towns. Nice feet inside. Hart kicks it out. Bridges. Good defense from Battle.
Look at the rotation, though, by the Raptors.
Sweet move, though.
Brunson in a hurry.
McBride in a hurry. Fires away and gets that to go. He has been red hot.
At 14 offensive bounds.
Shot clock at 7. Brunson goes at Ingram. Gets inside. Kicks it out. Another good look. Deuce McBride connects on another. Oh. He's also hit his last 9. Nice feet inside. Barnes to Battle.
Barnes averages 5 assists. So he puts up the big numbers. 12 bounds, 5 assists the last game.
Barnes is having a great season. McBride gets inside, kicks it out. Bridges turn for a three-pointer. That's good. Knicks have hit 4 of 5 to start.
Well, I gave you the last 2 games what they're shooting. So 3-ball is not a big part of what they do.
Barnes rattles that one in. Well, to give you an idea,
came wide open on the curl.
Josh Hart quickly brings it up. McBride's thinking about it, puts up another. It's good! Deuce McBride scorching to start. Brunson. McBride comes up, finds Towns. Towns against Barnes.
Towns still looking for that rhythm, folks. He's out of rhythm there.
Double team, that's still
world's most famous arena.
Grady Dick has come on for Toronto. McBride, a rare turnover for Deuce McBride. Here's Grady Dick, a little sidestep, layup's good.
Raptors, good D this time.
Brunson gets inside.
Good contesting.
And scores. He's so good at making the contact. Spurs from Serbia. Yabusele inside, lays it up. Beautiful move from Gershon Yabusele.
A lot of people have been on him about his weight. So he's thinner than he was.
Abaji throws it down.
Oh, amazing grace. They've been the catalyst in getting the Raptors back into the game.
And Ingram has been quiet. He's just 0 for 4. Nice pass inside from Ingram. And the offensive rebound. This time Brunson gets in the paint. Robinson. Oh, block. Keleshvili with the rejection, but Bridges comes right back and hits the 3.
Ingram's been lackadaisical. Inept.
Nice feet inside. Keleshvili, nice footwork, lays it up with the right hand. Towns to Bridges. Bridges finds McBride.
Look at the defense by the Raptors, folks. It's intense.
Brunson steps back, count it, and a foul. Back up top. Josh Hart goes inside, layup, banks it home.
He doesn't. He's hounding and pounding Towns.
Bridges trying to get Ingram.
A defiant Ingram this time would not be denied.
And Ingram just 1 of 6. Quickly
Whoa.
Way outside, knocks down the 3, and it's back to a 5-point game. 13-2 in their last 15 games. They did play last night, overtime in Charlotte. Brunson drives, Brunson finishes, and the foul. Barnes playing a lot of different players. They've got a good, healthy team. Clarkson, extra pass. Hart, corner 3. Josh Hart again. Those were 2 really popular young Knicks who could deal with the pressure of playing here at the Garden. Nice feet inside, and Towns throws it down. Quickly throws it up. Nice alley-oop, but Barnes couldn't get it.
You see, he's an Olympic, Mike. He can't elevate.
Clarkson running the floor and throws it down. He can run an NBA team. He's just got great court vision. As Ingram steps in, 3-pointer, that's good. Just 9 points for Ingram. He's the Raptors' leading scorer. And with Toronto playing second game back-to-back as Kolek and Towns connect.
Tyler Kolek off the bench.
Starting to see fatigue now in the Raptors. Not seeing the ball and seeing their man at the same time.
And Ingram hits another one. Robinson hands it right back. Tyler Kolek.
Yes, they maintained that lead
Drives
for
inside,
a
shot
while.
blocked. McCullough's Philly the
Of
block,
course,
but
in the
Robinson
end,
right there on
Toronto
the
was
foul.
not able to
30% of the time or less. And he comes up with so many.
Towns off a missed free throw. Karl Anthony Towns
Beating the rim.
McBride. Bridges, Towns wide open. Corner three. Puts it in. Hands off McBride. Shot clock at 5. McBride, beautiful pass, and Yabusele finishes it.
Brunson's been shaking, but no baking.
Leans in, right hand, can't get it.
Walters denying him again.
14 tonight. Corner three won't go. McCullough's Philly shot blocked. Yabusele and Bridges in the vicinity. What happens? One shot technical. Yabusele off the dribble, kicks it out. Clarkson gets a good clean look and hits the three. Plus 21 on the boards.
It's hard for the opposition coach to accept that, being out hustled.
And Battle turns and scores. Just his second field goal. Nice ovation. Knicks win their 3rd in a row.
Now, of course, the Knicks were
And are now
strong
10-1 here at
for what
Madison Square
happens in
Garden.
this game, and they ended up
Once
winning
again, they had a lead going.
out a contest, as you can see right there. The game ended 94 to the Toronto Raptors, 116 to New York Knicks. Then the third game, of course, was Atlanta Hawks taking on Philly. And I had hoped that VJ Edgecombe actually plays, and he actually did play. He had the red flag, if you recall, but fortunately he was able to play. And Jalen Johnson continues to deliver in the absence of both Porzingis Kristaps and their star player in. I am blanking right now. I can't remember his name. Young, of course, his absence right there. So, of course, he dropped 41 points in this one, a double-double, 14 rebounds, and a total of 75 points, as you can see right there. Tyrese Maxey continues to be consistently scoring high up there, getting 72 in this one, scoring 44 points, nearly a double-double with 9 assists and 7 rebounds. And then another look at, of course, Dyson Daniels is also playing well. One of the players I would encourage to buy is just that his salary went up significantly this season. But yeah, he is a steals magnet, so he will bag you those points. 48 in this one, scoring 17, nearly a double-double. Actually, triple-double was on the cards, as you can see right there. 9 rebounds and 8 assists in that game right there. Joel Embiid came back. There was a sighting of the man Joel scoring 18 points in that one, scoring 32 points for himself in the game. So we have the highlights of that one. Let's have a look at what transpired in that game. Here we go.
Different. Trae Young is the 3rd leading scorer on his team behind Johnson and Alexander Walker.
And right to Embiid go the Sixers, and in it goes.
They're playing off of him, worried about the interior play. He will gladly take that jumper.
And the Hawks, this is, I think, where I say that they do a lot of their damage in the paint as Daniels lays it.
Touched on it. They get a ton of points in the paint offensively.
Easy steal there for Barlow. Threw it right to him. VJ Edgecombe for 3.
Looking for those quick early
Off
threes.
guard the first 10 or so games of VJ's rookie season. Everybody knows about his athleticism. Didn't know he had that shot. And there's Jalen Johnson fading away on the baseline. And the Hawks like to share the basketball. First right now in the NBA in assists per game. Good defense by Paul George, knocking that away. VJ Edgecombe levitating.
Creates the space and still knocks down that little shot.
Yeah, smart guy. Good ball movement by the Sixers. Nice look from PG down to drum for 2.
You have to earn and really grind out everything and then see where you are after that.
Luke Kennard, one of the offseason additions for the Hawks. Daniels, Gay in the corner. Off the heel. Good work by Grimes to knock it to Barlow. Ahead to Tyrese Maxey for the first time tonight. BJ back after missing last 3 games with some left calf tightness. And that is Gay with the turnaround.
Just to show I could do it.
We didn't see it often in the games that Olive played, but we know he worked on it. Good cut from Dominic Barlow and a nice pass from Quentin Grimes.
Yeah, we saw that in the travel there.
He might have. Grimes sidestep triple is good for Quentin Grimes.
That is such a tough shot. Over at his best to challenge that shot. He just got put on his heels a little bit, which created the separation.
Big fella back in to start the second quarter. And right back onto the score sheet he goes. Longwell kicking out to Gay, who strokes a 3.
Spotting across the floor.
Skip pass, Jared McCain, extra pass to Grimes, back to McCain, and then the block by Gay.
I'm telling you, this Hawks defense is a little bit different than it was last year or in years past.
And Kennard to cutting Okongwu for the two. 31-30. McCain, the driving kick. Nice extra pass there. Grimes is good.
There's a good open look.
Dominic Barlow back in. Wallace Snow and Mohamed Gay is having a great first half for
a rebound, because stuff like that happens. You keep them as far away from the basket as you can.
2-man game between Maxey and Embiid. Embiid has it. Johnson over to Kennard. This has been the Mohamed Gay show so far tonight.
Still that perimeter jump shooting. We saw him struggle at the line. He's not a finished product in the shooting department.
And there's that mini that Jared McCain loves. Nicely done. Daniels might have gotten away with a little forearm shiver there.
He most definitely did.
This Sunday though, so, you know.
That's a tough shot. Going left, shooting it right from 3. That's tough.
Let's take another look as we go to break. 12 ties, 12 lead changes. Atlanta 12-8 on the year. Sixers 10-8. And that is Wallace making it a 1-point game.
Good hands by Wallace to tie up BJ.
And the Hawks win the tip. And Mohamed Gay out and running against 2 Sixers. Maxey tried to come back to his right. Had it knocked away.
Try to swing it through. Defender's got a piece.
Alexander Walker off the window for 2. Somebody's got to be the guy to step up and do something good for the Sixers here. Alexander Walker blocked by Barlow. To Barlow. Barlow double. George. Finally, a field goal in the 4th quarter. Maxey, shot clock winding down. PG for 3.
Had to get it up quick, too.
So who wants to step up for the Sixers? This guy has been stepping up for Atlanta.
Good cut.
Great cut from Johnson. Saw his teammate in trouble. And Johnson has 23.
Well, we've seen the Sixers do that time. The Hawks taking advantage of that option.
Tyrese Maxey. Count it and the foul. Another 3-point opportunity for Mr. Maxey. Great read by PG to knock that one away. Johnson, the driving kick. Okongwu can't connect. Nobody blocked out Dyson Daniels.
Come from the other side of the floor practically to get that board.
Tyrese Maxey, another and 1 opportunity.
How many has he had tonight?
28 points, 12 rebounds, and 5 assists now tonight. His team 40 seconds away. Grimes not going to go quite. PG. Can't hit. Embiid the offensive rebound and the putback. Sixers need a bucket. Paul George to Barlow. Rebound loose. Picked up by George.
Now, of course, Philly was not able to come back, but of course the comeback was on the way, but they ran out of time, ended up losing that one to Atlanta Hawks. They managed to put an 8-point gap that they ended up winning the game with. As you can see right there, 142, Atlanta Hawks 134 for Philly, and of course Atlanta Hawks pulled away with a win in that one. Then came the defending champions, taking on Portland Trail Blazers, the only team that has managed to beat OKC. And it seems like every time they play them, OKC comes prepared and ready to battle. And as you can see, right, managed to win that game and beat Portland Trail Blazers. DENI AVDIJA's army. DENI AVDIJA managed, of course, to score 31 points in this one, getting 73 fantasy points and a triple-double, 19 and 10 rebounds and assists consecutively right there, respectively. Sorry, right there. Then, of course, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, currently reigning MVP, had a quiet game for his standards, dropping just 26 points in this one and a total of 43 points. And of course, he had a quiet game because Jalen Williams is back, so he could share the load with him. So of course, managed to get 16 points in this game and a total of 43 points right there, as you can see. And of course, Chet Holmgren right there scoring 19 points in this game. And of course, nearly a double-double. 9 rebounds right there. Short by just a single game. Kamara on the other side managed to drop 19 points and a total of 35 fantasy points right there. Then, of course, AJ Mitchell doing his thing, managed to get me 35 points in this game, dropping 17 in the game, which is awesome as always. So we're gonna pull up the highlights of this one just shortly. Just give me a few seconds.
Jason Wallace will raise. Rebound to Avdija. Denny coming off a 37-point effort in the last outing. Out to Grant, and he knocks down a triple in transition.
For his teammates, JG lining it up with a nice shot.
Wallace slants, finds Dort. He loads up and ties the ball game on a three. Nice move to get there.
Yeah, he's controlling a lot of that pace. He's the reason the Blazers are getting down there so quickly. A lot of these times they're getting good looks. But if they don't get him to go, OKC's not going to miss as many as they missed so far, Kev. They missed some chippies, and that's why the Blazers got to really take advantage on this end.
Avdija comes the other way.
There you go.
Attacks the body, the willowy body.
So many different ways. They get back on defense. They don't allow a lot of offensive rebounds. Grant, and he just used his size, muscled his way into the lane. Had a little bit of a misstep. He got fouled. Lost the dribble. Here is Sissoko. Holmgren again that time. Got the best of them, getting up there for the block. Grant stripped out of bounds, and it's off of his leg. An excellent rake by Jay. Games of the season. It'll take him a little bit of time to get comfortable, just to get his rhythm back. What a hesitation there. SGA bouncing off of Kamara. That's a good defender, and SGA takes advantage. Blazers, this is what you would expect. Shai trying to slow down the ball. Everybody collapses on Avdija, and he can't even get the ball up to the rim. SGA will. In the game the first time, recognizes, got a little bit of space, and there's another mid-range shot from Jay Will, Michael. Able to pass out to the perimeter. There is Jay Will. Can't make it two in a row. As Avdija prancing up the floor, behind the back pass, and the results in a transition jam by Robert Williams III. Feet. Ooh, Feather just dancing out there. Another three, and another make from Joe, and couldn't get it up to the rim. Great defense again by the Thunder. That was fantastic. Joe, another three. This time, he'll try the other side of the floor. A kitchen sink at SGA. And it was so important, Michael, because it was all part of his development as Love, a tough contested shot coming out of the timeout. Holmgren, who did a good job of being physical and not fouling.
Took 2 steps like a long evergreen tree. And that's a long 2 for Chet Holmgren.
And Kenrich did a good job of not allowing Sharp to get that offensive rebound. There was Wiggins on the release. Dumps it off. Holmgren's got the stuff in transition.
Saw a beautiful over-the-top pass by QB.
That's a nice drive inside by Love. He just can't get that short shot just right at the restricted area to go down. Sharp, off the screen, has the three. Big part of why Dallas was able to come out with that win. How about J-Dub getting all the way to the rim, and Chet Holmgren, good job not fouling, but Murray squeezing through a couple of defenders, and somehow still, despite Holmgren in the vicinity, rim. J-Dub outside, it's Kenrich Williams, and that three is down. And Love's three is off, and Dort, good job collecting that rebound, getting the outlet past SGA. He's got some speed. He's in that zone, goes to work on Avdija, and it's gonna be an and one. SGA misses the free throw. Very quiet first quarter and first half for him. As Kamara, a little bit of space there, drains the three. Shea is 0 for 2 at the free throw line. Nice move, AJ Mitchell. That is a nifty spin as he just went to work on Sissoko.
And what made that happen was they were overplayed. They overplayed Shea, and they overplayed.
Now, Danny was on a heater in this game. Of course, he dropped 31 points in this game. Tried to push his team and will it to a win against a star-studded OKC with their strength in depth. So many players for him.
Oh, look at this, man. He is wide open.
And Shea looked like he didn't quite have the angle there, but still used his lecture. Has been excellent in the game and a half that he has played. Grant, oh, he might have got away with a little bit of a shove there to clear out the space on the Jalen Williams has the rebound.
Got over a chance for 2 for 1 here.
Shea glides in, and he's going to get the bounce off the window. The ball out of his hands. 8 seconds. Dort, hard screen. Shea trying to stay with him. Avdija outside. Grant rattles in the three. And that's just good offense. By enough. Dort way behind the three-point line. That one was so pure it barely touched the net.
Either taking a deep paint shot, or they're trying to get all the way to the basket and kick out to shooter.
He was completely locked up. There is an excellent cut. Beautiful find. Case and Wallace to J-Dub for the slam. Avdija. And there's the Blazers. Now it's Avdija.
They're going to jump into the fourth.
The drive. The two. And it's all Thunder here to start the fourth. Mara has been doing most of his damage from behind the three-point line. The cut, Avdija, the kick, open man, and that time the Blazers capitalize up
for the remainder of the game.
Oh, J-Dub that time just lulled the defense to slip. As Wiggins goes baseline, stops on a dime, gives it up. AJ Mitchell right there. Pretty pass, pretty finish is Wiggins. That's a good shot for him. Wiggins offensive rebound, fighting through it. Mitchell outside three, that is good! AJ Mitchell from downtown, and Kenrich just picked.
Almost play some flawless defense now to keep the Trailblazers off that free throw line.
Blazers get a much-needed bucket. And on a Kamara, good defensive player, nice find. Skip pass, it's Kenrich, and he's got his second three!
Now, of course, something that the Portland Trailblazers didn't learn in their second game against OKC is that OKC goes on a heater in the fourth, so they need to up their game and actually have some in the tank to push the game all the way. But let me hope in the fourth game they will have learned that.
SGA with a bullet right to. Shea's got the basketball in his hands. Oh, the turnaround shot, and it is good on the baseline.
Yeah, that's good defense, just better offense. Just his second game back, making plays like that.
But still that same J-Dub assertiveness. Avdija able to maneuver his way to the cup. Shea off balance, pulls up, and he's got 2 more to put this game away.
In a game that's been closely contested all afternoon, and the Thunder played.
It was a close one, and I do believe they can still beat them. They just need to have that final kick in the end which actually pushes most teams to a win. So that was that one. Then, of course, San Antonio Spurs took on Minnesota Timberwolves. Of course, high from the other win that they had, where Ant-Man was doing everything on the court. And then, of course, again in this one, managed to drop 32 points in this one, 47 fantasy points for him right there. Then Julius Randle doing well. Actually, this season he has been pushing his team. Even when Edwards was out for a while, Julius Randle was the one making everything happen. He had a double-double in this one, scoring 22 points and 12 assists, 55 fantasy points right there for Julius Randle. On the other side, De'Aaron Fox taking over for the myth, the man, the legend. Well, not yet a legend, but the myth, Victor Wembanyama. Victor Wembanyama is not yet back, and of course, De'Aaron Fox is the one with the reins on this side, scoring 25 points in this one, and of course, a total of 38 points there for him. All right, we have the highlights of this one as well. But it wasn't a close game, as you can see right there. Okay, let's just pull up the highlights of that one shortly.
Looking for tonight. I'm looking for Minnesota to come out and play hard right away, as we talked about here with Leah. Is Jake McDaniels, not this guy with the basketball, has been really on a heater. Julian Champagnie and De'Aaron Fox have been huge as well. We've seen De'Aaron Fox hurt Minnesota in the past.
Against the Wolves. Jaden got the Wolves scoring going. Did not have a big offensive night last night. We saw Julius Randle knocked out by 5. Cornette to the corner. Barnes wide open and buries the triple.
And here's some Barnes.
He's one of the streak in the league. And got trapped down low and another turnover. Here's Devin Vassell in the push. He'll keep it, lay it up and in off the window for 2. San Antonio out. Second 3. No, but Rudy gets his second offensive rebound. Edwards wide open mid-range jumper, and he knocks it down.
He stepped inside the three-point line that time. Rudy is doing a great job back-tapping the basketball over the past 10 games or so. If he can't grab it, he's just tapping it back out.
Ooh, what a finish by Fox. He drew the foul, too.
Always the guy that stirs the drink when he's on the floor.
No J-Mac in a return to target center.
Heated up. He is thriving in his role here in the Spurs uniform.
And spin to the baseline. He'll pop on the pull-up mid-range and hit it. Nas drains the 3, and there are the first bench points
for Julius Randle here early on.
9 second chance points for Minnesota. Fox pops on the 3 and hits it. Injury. He had to have surgery on that. Ended his season. He missed the final 18 games. And got clear and got the lay-in over Sohan.
Put Sohan on roller skates.
Nas Reed out to Mike Conley. The trailer, DiVincenzo. Catch and shoot opportunity, and Dante drains it.
Good decision by Nas Reed to...
Kind of like last night, I feel like the Wolves were fortunate to be as close as they were as Fox gets free inside. I feel like San Antonio has dominated a 4-point San Antonio lead. DiVincenzo chasing Vassell. The elbow jumper is good.
Dante actually did a great job of chasing and nonchalantly throw it back in. It's not as easy to do anymore.
DiVincenzo, the setup for Gobert inside. Perfectly. There's Dylan Harper challenging Gobert again. And that sweeping hook shot able. Nas Reed got bumped, lost the ball. Vassell lobs it up ahead, and the lay-in is good for Dylan Harper. 13-5 now on the season. 5 spot in the West.
Only voice.
Vassell. Boy, loves that mid-range, loves those elbows.
Cretan Durham Hall is great high school player, but he's been with Jason Kidd forever.
Edwards setting up Randle for the percent. Wolves with 3 more threes. Now 2 more threes. Champagne.
Drive from the corner into the paint. He always makes that shot. And same thing with that jump hook by Nas Reed.
Vassell over Rudy. Able to hit it from the mid-post. 4 of the 5 for the Timberwolves. Yeah. There's Keldon Johnson. Went around an Olynyk screen who was just clearing out bodies. On 8 with possession, 4.5 to go. Edwards against Carter Bryant. In the paint, runs it up, hits it, and he drew the foul. 3-point opportunity. Sets up Naz Reid. Short. Conley, the offensive rebound, spins, kick out. Edwards, open, buries it.
I'd love a skip pass off on that 3.
DiVincenzo out to Reid, extra pass, Conley. Yes, corner pocket for Mike Conley. From down 10 to up 10. Wolves 110. Edwards against Barnes. DiVincenzo up top. Still 6 to shoot. Reid inside. McDaniels for the flush.
We've got San Antonio in.
Laps down the rebounds.
Every shot is contested too by Minnesota.
DiVincenzo, the crossover, the right hand, and the
Now,
scoop.
of course, the separation comes right here in the fourth, and of course, San Antonio never holds up again. Game with 4 minutes towards the end, going to jump towards 1 minute and see how this ended, but they never did catch up.
Jaden knocks it home. 2 tremendous second halves in a row. Edwards on a run, got the lay-in and the foul. 30 plus for the game dictates. And some nights that might mean a different closing 5 or a fourth quarter that does not see Rudy Gobert. Other games he'll be heavily featured in the fourth quarter. Now they've won 2 quality games in a row.
Talented young players that have been contributing at a high level for them early on. Talented young players. Talented young players that have been contributing at a high level for them early on. He had 3 or 4 dunks in transition, so to see him attacking paint, but look, Memphis is going to bring it right back at you.
Cedric Coward is the
You know what? You can have your assistant do it. So there you have it.
Wells inside, punching it home, and Jalen Wells, the second-year. That pass never made it through, tipped away. Westbrook got it back, found Eubanks, and he said it with his chest. Drew Eubanks.
Massive issue for them in the first matchup. 30 points they allowed off of 17 turnovers. So, you know, if they can scramble and keep it together on the offensive end, it's going to go a long way. But again, there's.
Spencer goes inside to Edey, working against Eubanks. That jump hook almost unstoppable at his side. At the offensive end, he's engaged already with 4 field goal attempts, make it 5 over Wells, and it's nothing but nylon. Zach LaVine already with 9 points. Off the wide action, it's Monk out top. Renault, the short roll, sprays it to Achua. Got the bucket. And good at 5 of 6. Inside Aldama.
Mondale. Monk fights over the screen. Good help by Renault, and they get the turnover. Good ball screen defense by the Kings. Monk! Flying charter.
They took the lead.
Monk. Clifford. Got it! The Cardinals did defeat Cal, though, a couple weeks ago. He said it was a great day for America. Inside, Edey. Off shot by KCP.
Games he played in last year for Denver, so talk about being able to step in that second unit and lead them, and the leader clearly for the Kings in that second.
Clifford with a great show and go. Monk for three. Rebounded. Achua got it. Timeout, Memphis. Monk set the screen. Back over to DeRozan in rhythm for three. Got it. On time, on top. Aldama on the wing. Skip pass at the corner. Coward drives the closeout. Edey with the tip, and he came right. Screen. DeRozan in rhythm. In rhythm. And in rhythm. Up to 23. And he keeps them. Jackson Jr. working on Renault. Got to that left hand and punched it.
Handoff for Levine. Wells tries to stay with him, but Levine drains a three on the fadeaway. So going to work again. Packed away by Levine. Westbrook, Monk, and Sacramento has the lead.
Matchup with DeMar DeRozan.
Keegan Murray back in the game. He drives, his floater is in. Kings have hit 7 ball player. Oh, Edey with a rejection, but pick over the top. Edey.
Oh, great catch.
Against Renault.
Peter, you don't realize how great of a catch that was. That ball.
Spencer with a handoff. Caldwell Pope. The pull-up jumper will be short. Edey got it and laid it in.
Enough to be able to jump back and contest again.
Vince.
The pass.
Bobs for Edey. A 30-burger for the big.
For your shots.
Get it on the rim. If it doesn't go in, 14 might get it for you. Coward.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Edey. Timeout, Sacramento. Oh, my.
That
with a rebound.
Now, of course, that Edey won it for them right there at the end with some of those rebounds and rejections and blocks. And, of course, that's so Memphis coming away with the win in this one thanks to Zach Edey and company right there. So yeah, that's how that game ended. Of course, Memphis ended up winning it, beating Sacramento Kings in this game, and of course it ended 115 Memphis, 107 Sacramento Kings, and Zach Edey led the way with 32 points in that one. Then finally on the night we had New Orleans Pelicans, who are rock bottom in the West, taking on LA Lakers, and of course this should have been a walkover, and indeed it was. The likes of Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves and DeAndre Ayton leading the way, as you can see right there. It's now those three, the big three in the Lakers team, that are doing everything for them. If they gel together, I think those four will be the best for LA Lakers. Luka, Reeves, Ayton, and Hachimura. Those are the guys that this team should be built on, and of course, a lot of great things will be in the future for them. Then, of course, the player that we should all bring in is, of course, Derek Quinn, because their star player is out injured. Zion Williams got injured in the other game. So Derek Quinn, of course, had 15 points in this game, scoring 31 fantasy points. Those that brought him in, I think they brought him in a bit too early, but even then, Lakers is a tough team. Then, of course, Luka Doncic managed to drop 66 points in this one, fantasy points, that's what I mean. And, of course, in the game, he dropped 34 points and a double-double, 12 rebounds and 7 assists for Luka Doncic. All right, so of course the Memphis game ended 115 to 107. Just a mention of that. Zach Edey leading the way, 32 points. Then, of course, the final game was New Orleans Pelicans, rock bottom in the West, taking on the LA Lakers. And I was saying, of course, that the big three, but of course, coupled with the fourth, who will be Hachimura, those are the guys that we should focus on if LA Lakers is to win anything this season. If those three gel together, they will be unbeatable. I think they can even rival the defending champions, Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, and DeAndre Ayton. Those three are the future of the LA Lakers. If they can gel together, manage to play together, we coupled with Hachimura's contribution, Revia, they are good to go. Do not affect the mental and the chemistry of this team. Luka, Austin Reeves, and DeAndre Ayton, as you can see right there. Of course, Luka dropped 34 points, dropping 66 fantasy points, a double-double for him, and 7 assists and 12 rebounds. Then Austin Reeves, of course, managed to also score 33 in this game and 8 assists, 60 points for himself in this game. DeAndre Ayton is out with a knock. It's going to affect them, but anyway, it's still an orange flag, so there's hope. Managed to score 26 points, played for 26 minutes, scored 22 points, a double-double, 12 rebounds, and 48 fantasy points right there. We have the highlights of this, but another worthy mention is Derek Quinn. Most of us are actually going for him after the Zion Williams injury. He managed to score 15 points in this game, 31 points, which is all right, but he needs way more if we are to all embrace him. But yeah, that means he's going to be getting more minutes under his in his box scores, so let's look out for that. So we have the highlights of this one. Let's jump right into it.
Here comes the Don out of the backcourt. He's been a prolific first quarter scorer. I mean prolific, and he hits that three. Just 3 and 17, second worst in the NBA. And he's still nursing that a little bit. That's why he's not in the lineup tonight.
Well, you know, he doesn't really play back-to-back games. You know, in the last 6 years, he's on
with LeBron. You figure LeBron, one of these games, he was going to get managed, and it's going to be tonight. Doncic in and out and back in again. Boy, like you said, talk about threes. Now between the legs he goes into the lane, stripped. Rui down the middle he goes, now stops at the corner of the game. Mid-range magic for him. Pretty hard on the pregame show with Rui. Jeremiah Fears hits the bottom of the rim. He'll be taken down by DeAndre Ayton.
Did Ayton get a piece of that shot? He was there to contest.
I know the rim had a lot to do with it, but Ayton, of course, like you said, if they alter the shot, it's as good as a block. And string music for Doncic. Target. Taken him out by New Orleans. Here they come, as we mentioned, 3 and 17 on the year, 1 and 8 on the road. This one, they ride it up and they ride it in by McGowan. Queen going up against Reeves. Drive, kick.
McGowan's.
Yeah, they're going to knock it down. Jackson Hayes. 241 games. It wasn't just a cup of coffee, as they say. Hits the three. Too hot to handle. 3-on-1 coming in the other way. Lay it up and in. And he has it easily. Luka was directing traffic from down on the baseline. Doncic, one more once, if you will. Corner, got it! Luka! Luka magic. Underneath, Queen, boy, he got surrounded. Second time he's been blocked. Trying to force things down low. Doncic again, wide open is Connect. He will set and fire and get. Timeout.
As Queen gets more
bridge pregame. Sadiq outside and down. The best in the NBA. Doncic. Here he is down the middle. Pass off. And Hayes scores. You know, he held out his hand saying, why did I go? And still got the rebound. Still got it. Went right to him. On the way. Count it. Alvarado.
See if Alvarado's going to launch. He does. Got it. All right, now the purple and gold, and we've been talking about it. All-star numbers for sure so far this year. He's one of the best players in the league. Reeves got the bounce. Maxey, kick it some more. Connect.
Somebody got to shoot.
Well, you got 5. It's going to be Austin right here. And they leave him alone for an instant. You can't leave him alone.
Well, you can if there's no time on the clock.
You build on that. He had been struggling from 3. Great from 2. Alvarado gets in amongst the trees and scores. In the league, played now in 5 straight games. DeAndre, windshield wiper move, and he's... Of course, here tonight on this football Sunday, LaRavia on its way. Down it goes.
And that's freeing people up.
9 threes so far tonight. Sadiq Bey tries to match any...
The seal was
nearly held out by LaRavia. Now it's Jackson Hayes, the former Pelican. Austin. Oh, one way, then the other, all the way, and count it! And 1! Right into Jackson Hayes, misses that shot. They're going to double him up, or they're going to pin him into the corner. Oh, and somehow they get it to Alvarado to score.
Yeah, that was a little late.
Yeah, he had no chance to connect it. Alvarado right back out, attacking. They're underneath the Hayes. Peavy trying to make it again. He's got another one. 7 seconds till halftime. Reeves for navigating. Got it! High off the board.
Advantage gained at all on that whistle.
McGowan settles in. Micah points go along with his 6 boards. Into the front court comes New Orleans. Luka's at the other end if they can take it out of the net. Rui. Now Luka. Fortunate to get it back. They're going to quickly double team. If they're going to get beat, it's going to be Rui. That's what they're saying.
Well, they're giving
9 to shoot, 7.5 to go. Third quarter action. Now into the corner. Here comes all the way. Reverse layup is good. Pelicans have not led. McGowan's just a little step back. Got it. 3. Perfect.
Between McGowan's and
Fears 15, Bay 16. So as you would expect, pretty good balance. Over his head, take it and throw it down.
Point game.
Ooh. There's a whistle before. A little bit. That's a hard foul. No, certainly Fears not backing down. He's underneath. He knows that Hayes is there. Alvarado, smallest guy on the floor. Interior passing. And Luka controls the rebound. He knows the smallest guy on the floor. Interior passing. And Luka controls the rebound. And so Luka has 9 boards. He's 1 board away from a double-double. And he's over 30 again. And 1. It's right around then, but you're going to be very...
And Austin is up to 29.
So again, those two look like they're going to each top 30. Again, no LeBron tonight. We expect Minnesota. LaRavia. A bucket or 2 here, and the Lakers will kind of put the lights out on this one, you would think. Here's a 3 by Reeves.
That's another case there where they had 2 guys going for the deep neck. 32.
There you go. Of course, those 3, Luka, Reeves, and DeAndre Ayton, are the core of this team, and they have to gel together and have chemistry if this team is going to go very far away.
I guess that's his first miss of
Be
the
fine to go for a title contention this season. But of course, we know if they fail, they always blame other players, never LeBron. That's how unfair the NBA is. But of course, they managed to win this. And of course, no LeBron, no problems. Perfect game for the LA Lakers. Performing really, really great in this game. And I do believe if they maintain this, they will go really, really far away. Without LeBron James, they should just get rid of LeBron James and all things will be perfect for the LA Lakers. So as you can see right there, they managed to win this game 121, New Orleans Pelicans to 133, and of course Luka and Reeves were in their 30s, 34 and 33 respectively. DeAndre Ayton is right there. So that concluded the games, and of course looking at the lineup in the next game. So I did make a transfer. I got rid of Larry Marketing, brought in Jalen Johnson from the Atlanta Hawks. So the lineup as it stands this game week is going to be George, Nikola Jokic, Jalen Johnson, Kinopo, and Rollins. On the bench, I have no one playing. Yes, so that's how it is, and that's how it goes. Video has been going on for too long. Remember to subscribe, like, but before we leave, the player of the night was none other than Jalen Johnson. As they took on Philly in this game, they managed to win it 142 to 134, and he scored 41 points, 14 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 block, 1 steal, 5, which brought his averages to 22.9, 9.8, 7.3 right there. So alright guys, remember to like, share and subscribe. Give me your feedback in the comment section below. I am out. Peace out. Until next time guys.